Hey cuties, welcome to another video here on my channel. For those of you who are new, I am Trika of TRICKAPLANS, hashtag cuteness squad. For my returning subscribers, welcome back family. This is where the planning and of course the cuteness collide. On my channel, I will share my love for planning, all things cute, along with other aspects of my lifestyle and encouragement. I hope you find some type of inspiration here. And if you're not already subscribed to the family, all you simply have to do, tap the red subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload videos and lives. Give your girl a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to have you as a part of TRICKAPLANS. So we are here today with Soulful Sundays. You already know it's going to be jam-packed full of knowledge and encouragement. This week has been the week of love, and I'm sure everyone has celebrated Valentine's Day and everything. But for me, I have just dived in deep. It touches me first before it resonates to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, you know, I have my agenda 52 A5 planner that I am using for Soulful Sundays, and it is jam-packed full of everything. We have our plans here. I got such a glare, and we have been going at it. So here is this month, and we are on the 10th through the 16th, which is today. I am on schedule, and I'm glad that I can, you know, come to you guys every week with some knowledge and encouragement. So without further ado, let's get started on this Soulful Sunday today. Okay, first I want to give a special thanks to Michelle over at Vin Von Alley. She is such full of surprises. She gifted me this fire Bible. I can't wait to get into it. I have been kind of skimming through it and seeing how I can use this in my Soulful Sundays. And me and her discussed this Bible, but I didn't know that she was gonna like send it to me. So by surprise, I ended up getting this beauty, this big jam-packed full of knowledge. It has like special commentaries and important topics, articles that explain historical and theological aspects, study notes for key verses, side columns for reference. Oh my God, it has, excuse me, it has so many different things. It got a concordance. Oh, it just have, oh, and it even have a 2-year reading plan guide too, so that you can go through the entire Bible, both Old and New Testaments. So I was doing the Bible for a year. It didn't work well for me because I get so into it, I never finish it in a year. So I saw one for 3 years that I was going to try, but I'm going to look in here at their 2-year one, and maybe I can get through the Old Testament in 1 year, then the New Testament in another year if the Lord is willing. So I just wanted to go ahead and give her a special shout before we get started. But now on to the good stuff, you guys. Whew, this has been a fun-filled, packed week, I'm telling you. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so let's do our reflection for the week. Let's do our recap. We're gonna go through the 10th through the 16th. So of course, you know, we start out with the 10th. The 10th is Psalms 96 and 9. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. Tremble before him, all the earth. Worship. It's a word that most people use in church a lot, but it's actually a pretty cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Worship means showing God that we love and honor him because of who he is and what he has done for us. So after reading this, I'm thinking like when we worship through things like singing songs about Him, it can help us connect with Him in a deeper way. You know, this month is all about connecting with God. So I'm just trying to like give you guys some things that can help you connect with Him a little better. So today, just find some worship music that you may enjoy. Take about 5 minutes to just try it out and see if you like it. Play the songs, really listen to the words of those songs, and worship right there in your room. It's just that simple. As you do this, just think about the things God has done for you, who He is to you, and all that you are trusting and believing Him for. Excuse me, I got a little sidetracked. It started raining outside. That you are trusting and believing Him for in your life. So just take out time today to at least about 5 minutes to listen to some worship songs and really listen to the words and see how they resonate with you. Okay, you guys, on to the 11th. Matthew 11, verses 29 through 30. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. What exactly does this this verse means exactly? So we gotta first figure out what they're talking about in this verse. A yoke. What does a yoke mean? Well, a yoke is a wooden frame that's put around your neck. That's put around the neck of two animals to help them work together. Interesting, right? Yes, a yoke is a wooden thing that they put around the animal's neck to make them work together. In other words, it helps them to share the weight of what they are carrying. This verse reminds us that when we share the weight of things we're carrying in this world with Jesus, we can move through life a little easier. He will only give us rest when we give our worries to Him. Pray today. Ask God to help carry our loads and give us rest. So just let Jesus be our yoke. It's kind of like it goes hand in hand. So that's exactly what this verse means. Just give all of the weight that we're carrying in the world, give it to Jesus, and He will help carry our loads. So on to the 12th, which is Wednesday. Exodus 33 and 14. I have a lot of verses that I love, but I do love this verse. The Lord replied, my presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Imagine if you could have a doctor, lawyer, teacher, or someone that you trust to follow you around all the time. You'd have someone there to be with you and to help you, right? Okay, but guess what the good news is? The good news is that we're promised so much more than that with God. The Lord will be with us everywhere we go. He'll give us what He knows we need at just the right time, because His presence is always with us. So we can rest in peace knowing that we can connect with Him anytime, anywhere. So take out a moment to write this verse down I'm always giving you guys homework, I know. But just take out time to write this verse down in a place where you can see it. Look at it every day before you leave the house. This is to remind you that God is going with you as you go about your day. So the verse is Exodus 33:14. My presence will go with you and I will give you rest. So this is a reassurance that he will go with us and he will give us rest. So on to Thursday, the 13th, Psalms 62 and 5. 62 and 5. For the director of music, a psalm of David. Yes, my soul, find rest in God. My hope comes from him. Yes. Okay, so believe it or not, we were created by God to experience rest in our everyday lives. It's a part of his design for us. And he wants us to see the value in pausing just for a minute to rest in his peace so that we can keep going forward in the work he has for us. It's just that simple. God wants us to remember that sometimes we need to just slow down, refocus, and refuel our faith. And I have to do that a lot because, working all the time, you get burnt out. You just have to find some type of balance in it all. Disconnect from the world around you. Step away from the things that cause you to feel stress or pressure. Pay attention to the way that you feel and just how much your week changes when you give yourself some time to rest. Rest is the key component to just feeling better in our days. So we're gonna move on to Friday. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I know it's after the fact because it is Sunday, but still I just wanted to tell you guys Happy Valentine's Day. We're here on Friday the 14th, John 14:27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. When we take a look at the things happening in the world around us, it's easy to see all the problems. And sometimes it's easy to lose hope that things will never get better or ever get better. But Jesus leaves us with this hope. He has given us peace no matter what else is going on around us, no matter how crazy or sad or scary life seems. We can still find peace in our souls and hope for our future when we know Jesus. Okay, so if there is something in your life that is threatening to steal your peace, simply ask God to fill you with his peace and provide you with the hope that you need to rest in him. So if you're having a difficult time this week, just take out time to simply ask God. He said, ask and you shall receive. So just do that. So on to the 15th, Saturday the 15th, we're going to be on Psalms 46 and 10. 46 and 10 Psalms. He says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Think of this. How do you know someone loves you? Usually they show you with their actions or tell you with their words, right? Well, even though we can't physically see or hear God the same way that we do people in our lives, God wants to show every one of us that He does that every single day. He loves us. Okay, I had to get the kids together. They were down there going crazy just then. Jameer has company today, so he is a little wired right now. So, okay, but like I was saying, even though we can't physically see or hear Him the same way that we do people in our lives, God wants to show us how much He loves us, and He does that every single day. He does it by simply waking us up every day. He does that like every day. if we're here to live to tell it. So let's just give Him some thanks always. Every morning that you wake up, be thankful. So from the sun and the moon to the mountains and the lakes to trusted friends and caring neighbors, He shows love for us through all that and more. So do me a favor, write down all the things that you see in the world that remind you of God's love for you. Then thank God for connecting with you through the things and the people that He puts in your life. Because we see a lot of pretty things. Sometimes we stumble across people in the world. We may not know exactly what their purpose is for. We may not even know what our purpose is for, but just know when you see the things that shows God love for us, take a minute to write it down and give thanks for those things. So we are here. We are here for the 16th Sunday, our Soulful Sunday. We have reflected the rest of the week. We are here. We are here for our Soulful Sunday. I hope everyone is having an amazing time, because I am. I mean, I get excited about the word. I get excited about just being able to be an encourager and spread some knowledge, wisdom, love, all of that wrapped in one. But anyway, let's get on to the 16th. We are doing Colossians 3 and 2. Set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. So we get caught up with all of the earthly things of the world, but we got to take out time to make sure that we're got our mind set on the things above. Think of it like this. Have you ever tried to walk on a sidewalk and just looking down, like seriously looking down with your head down, looking at only your feet? Okay, so if you have done that before or thinking about trying it, just think of this. It's probably not a good idea for you to do that, because you're going to stumble across a few things. You might even fall and hurt yourself. You might, and then some people say, if you fall, get back up and try it again. So you're going to probably have to try it again. So because you were focused on what was happening below you instead of what was above or around you, that is the same thing that is true about our faith. If we are looking down at our faith instead of trying to look up and be thankful, when we keep our eyes above on God and the things that He has for us, we can know that we're walking the right path, of course, because if you're looking down, you might fall. So as you spend time around friends and family, if it's today or if it's this week, or even if it's this week, encourage each other to keep your eyes on what's above, on all God has for our lives. So just take some time and just focus on being an encourager to your friends, family, loved ones, or even a stranger, and just focus on what's above. So that is our Soulful Sunday for today. I hope everyone is having an amazing day for one, because Sundays is rest day. I have a meeting to go to, unfortunately, on a Sunday, and but it's work, so I got to go on a Sunday. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay updated on my videos and my lives. And if you're thinking about joining the family, come on, we welcome you all. Send some friends, send some friends of some friends, send some family members. Hey, just hit the red subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so that you will not miss whatever I upload. Thank you. Oh, give your girl a thumbs up. That's another key thing. And leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. I'll see you in my next one. Toodles.